Hi, I'm Lizelle from Solution K9 and the Dog Training Lab, and I'm going to tell you why I understand what you're going through. Now, let me tell you a little bit about my first dog. He was a rescue Doberman called Zachy. Now, he was a sweet dog, but he also pulled on leash, and I've still got a shoulder injury from him. He chased birds, he barked at everything, he wouldn't come back, he stole food, and I'm ashamed to admit this, but he humped me. Yes, it was embarrassing living with that dog. He was a sweetheart though, so don't get me wrong, I loved Zachy because he's crossed the Rainbow Bridge now, but these things didn't make me enjoy his company. In fact, I hated those things. I found living with him frustrating and embarrassing and exasperating, and I just didn't want to take him anywhere because he was a pain. And that's not how I want you to feel about your dog. I want you to enjoy your dog as much as I enjoy hanging out with this one here, little Raven. Now, I took Zachy to training. We went to the local obedience classes and we did some training together. But by the end of the 6 or 10 weeks or whatever we did, he was still pulling on lead, chasing birds, not coming back when we called, barking at everyone and everything, stealing food and humping me. Yes. So we did obedience, and then I thought, oh, all dogs love agility, let's try agility. Well, his humping really came out then, but that's stories for another time, so bear with. I'll tell you that one day. All right, so it wasn't until 3 dogs later that I actually figured out how to get a dog like Zach to listen. And I don't want you to go through that. I don't want you to go through that frustration, and I don't want you to go through training where you find it frustrating because the training isn't working. What you're doing, what the instructor is trying to teach you isn't helping you, because that's no fun for you. And it's no fun for me either when I went through that. I mean, you're not going to training for your health, you're going to training to get some help. And if the help isn't working, well then that's just a waste of your money and a waste of your time. Now, I've been in your shoes, I understand, and I do not want that for you, because I know that's even more demoralizing and demotivating and frustrating and embarrassing and exasperating if you've been through training and you're still having the same problems than if you hadn't bothered at all. And I don't want that for you, because I know that training does work, but getting the right advice is very important, and that's what I'm here for. Anyway, so how did living with Zachy help me understand your situation better? Well, because I understand what it feels like. I know what it's like to go to training and still having the same problems after. And I also found that a lot of times the way the instructors explained things just didn't make sense to me. They were using jargon, they were using words that's just way over my head, and it shouldn't be like that. And I don't explain things like that because I know what it's like and what it feels like to go, well, that was a waste of time, because I still don't understand a word the instructor was saying because she didn't speak English. She spoke dog trainer, and right. We don't need that, because I want you to come out of this with a full understanding of how to get your dog to behave so that you can be successful and your dog can be successful, and that you and your dog can actually enjoy each other's company. And that's totally doable. Do you know how I know? Because for the last however many dogs I've had, and my clients' dogs, a couple of weeks ago we had 11 dogs and their owners out at a cafe. Some of the dogs, it was their first time ever, and through training with me in a way that makes sense to them and their dogs, they were able to take their dogs that they never thought would be able to go to a cafe, out to a cafe. How cool is that? Do you want that too? I know how awesome it is, and I want that for you. I hope you want that too. the way I train, I encourage clients to take their dogs on holiday with them. Basically, I want you to be able to have your dog as part of your life, just like I have my dogs as part of my life. Anyway, enough waffling. What do you do now? Well, head on over to the Dog Training Labs freebie hub and grab your freebie resources there. Now, currently, there are resources on helping your naughty dog, your new puppy, toilet training, barking, loose lead walking, and coming back when called in there already, and more is coming because I keep updating this all the time because I want you to be successful. Anyway, so I'll see you there. It's free and there's loads of printable materials in there and cheat sheets and videos to help you be successful. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in there. Happy training. Bye-bye.